My name is Isabelle Staines, and I just graduated from Hendrix College. Before I went to college, I had my bat mitzvah. I got confirmed by a conservative synagogue, and I would say I was pretty active. I wasn't in any youth groups, but I did attend synagogue quite often. Hendrix is in Central Arkansas, so it's a pretty small Jewish community. But there is a Jewish Federation of Arkansas and, synagogues to choose from in Little Rock. So the population is probably around 30 Jewish students, 30 to 50, depending on what year, and a little bit lower than that for actively involved Jewish students. So it was definitely one of the smaller communities of the schools that I looked at. I know a lot of people enter college and they think, I don't need to do Hillel or anything like that. I don't even really like services. Like, why would I go? But I think college is a huge transition, and it's really nice to be able to go to an organization like Hillel's events, and you kind of already have things in common with people, and so it's not so hard to make friends, and it's really fun if you just didn't have plans one weekend, or if you're missing home, because I think a lot of, especially the food, kind of makes you feel better if you're homesick. But sometimes it's just really nice to meet new people who maybe aren't in your classes or, aren't in your dorm. It's a really good way to open yourself up during the beginning of your college experience. Going to college, you realize no one's really telling you what you have to go to and what you don't have to go to. So you choose, you make those decisions based on what you think is valuable. And I realized that I spent a lot of time doing stuff with Hillel, and in this weird way, you become this sort of de facto, ambassador for Judaism. Sometimes for people, even at, big schools, you're going to meet people who either haven't really met Jews or don't really understand Judaism. And I realized that I loved talking about Israel. I loved talking about what being Jewish meant to me. And I think in a lot of ways that's because I felt like I never really found a place in the Jewish community. And so I'm constantly trying to find where I fit and trying to make space for other people too, because I know I'm not the only one in this position. And I realized how important it was to me, and I've been looking and now found work in the Jewish community, and I'm really excited about that. And I really look forward to still digging to find my spot and making sure that other people have the same opportunity. I definitely encountered some anti-Semitism and a little bit of anti-Israel sentiment. And I think that's something that you're going to experience most likely on really any college campus, whether it's, a comment or some sort of group that is feeding that language or dialogue. But I actually think that if you can engage and remember who you are during these interactions, it will be okay. I think I've seen, at my own school and then watching other schools go through the same thing, you see people kind of lose sight of what's happening. And it's really important to ground yourself and remember to treat others with respect and to ask for that same respect back. And so I found that anytime I thought someone was being anti-Semitic or disrespectful, it made it really clear that I care about my community and the greater Hendrix community. And I sort of engaged with that respect. And I found I got really positive results, even with people who felt very anti-Israel and were very convicted in that. So I think that that's the most important thing to remember, that not everybody is against you. Everybody has a different perspective. That's the exciting thing about college. And you want to engage with people. You want to engage with everything.